Well, that was a big one, hey? Hope you didn't sleep in like I did and just missed it. The Ottawa Senators have sent Josh Norris and Jacob Bernard-Docker to the Buffalo Sabres for Dylan Cozens, Dennis Gilbert, and a second-round pick in 2026. Now, whew, let's just put it this way. The Sens have kind of not really done much trading over the past year. In fact, just the other day, whenever we were talking on Game Over about potential trade options, one thing I never realized is that the Sens haven't made a trade since July 2024. The offseason has been a very quiet offseason, aside from obviously free agency and the draft for the Sens. And up until now, everyone was kind of expecting if there were to be a trade, it might involve one of the lower pieces in the forward group, or maybe a defenseman. Nope, ended up being one of the big two that everyone thought on the Sens could be traded. Out of Norris and Batherson, it looks like Josh Norris is going to be the one heading out. Now, it's not like he's being completely shedded. Both teams are actually not retaining any salary on either contract. So you have the full $8 million cap hit from Josh Norris being moved, but you also have the full $7 million or $7.1 million cap hit from Cozens being put on the Sens. Now, the Jacob Bernard-Docker Gilbert swap is pretty much a one-for-one. It's a depth D for a depth D, but Jacob Bernard-Docker obviously is a player I love and will provide some added right-handed depth into the Sabres system, and is a bit younger. But the Sens right now with the Cleven injury and with their smattering of right-handed defensemen, at least for this year, Gilbert's going to be a nice pickup. He's a bit physical. I remember Travis Green already spoke about his talents, and I'm excited to see how he can slot in case of injury like to Chabot, to Cleven, to others on the roster. Now let's talk about the two main players of this trade, Norris and Cozens. Obviously, Norris has had some better goal-scoring spurts than Cozens has, especially with his bubble season where he almost hit 40 goals. But overall, Norris has been more of a two-way center who has flashes of brilliance, but unfortunately has had some inconsistency that's not entirely his fault due to the number of shoulder injuries he's had to face over the past couple of years. As for Dylan Cozens, it's been less an injury thing and more so a purpose thing, because 3 years into the league, he scored 68 points with 31 goals and 37 assists on a Buffalo team which, as we know, has been struggling to make the playoffs. So seeing the fact that his points have dropped over the past 2 years and the fact that the Sabres are willing to trade him, it's kind of crazy that the Sens were able to spot that player, notice that he was not only a position of need, but the fact that we could basically swap centers in that position and be willing to bet on it. Now, who is the better player right now? It's tough to say, because as of right now, both players are kind of on a lull in their careers. Norris because he's finally regaining his form from the earlier parts of his career, but Cozens clearly because he had some troubles after that really successful season in Buffalo. So we're going to have to wait and see. I would probably safely say Norris is the better player right now, but the bet on Cozens is that not only is he younger, but his cap hit's lower for an equally long period of time. He's going to be someone that drives more offense 5-on-5, which is something the Sens have been focusing on. Unfortunately, while Josh Norris has been amazing, he's very much been a power play specialist, as well as someone who can defend 5-on-5, but his 5-on-5 offense is a bit lacking. So seeing that Dylan Cozens is someone that can drive 5-on-5 offense on a team that already has a lot of good power play skill is a good add in terms of what they need right now, especially for a potential playoff push. Not to mention, with that move, the Sens also get a little bit of cap space. They get about $1.7 million in cap space back that they could potentially use. Not to mention that second rounder from Buffalo isn't nothing. This 2026 second rounder that Buffalo gives them in this trade might offer the Sens another potential trade this day, so we'll wait and see, or in the future during the offseason. So it's good for the Sens either way because of their current problem with the Dadonov trade leading to a potential first-round pick getting removed. So now the second-round pick from Buffalo, who right now unfortunately is low in the standings, will make it so that that second-round pick should be relatively high and maybe worth something to teams who are willing to trade with the Sens. But that is all as of right now. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and follow on any social media platform this is posted on. And it's going to be exciting to see Dylan Cozens, who's number 24 on the Sabres in a Sens jersey. I know you can get number 24 now because that was JBD's number, so I wouldn't be surprised. And not to mention, all Sens fans are really hoping he can rebound to that year he had earlier in his career and become more of a consistent forward for the Sens. And good luck to Josh Norris and JBD, now in blue and gold.